Hello everybody, my name is King Wolfgar. Now, I did record this before, but it was recording my audio before, and then all of a sudden, it just stopped recording at some point, and I don't know when. So I have to redo this whole video again. Dick. But anyway, today's episode of the Unlocked Door podcast is going to be based around setting a good schedule and routine. Now, it is very important to set a good routine, especially when you're trying to better yourself again. Because it leads to, honestly, it's healthy. So, for me, I'm setting a routine, a schedule to help myself mentally and honestly physically, because I've set an alarm to wake myself up at 7, between 6 and 7 a.m. so that way I can get up at a pretty good time and get on with the day and actually feel productive, right? Now there are some days where I tell my alarm to go F itself and just crawl back in bed and do what I need to do. Just sleep. Because sometimes we do need that sleep. We do need to catch up. Now, what I do isn't necessarily good for somebody else. We all need to do our own routines and our own scheduling. The reason for that is because everyone is unique. Not everybody is the same. So you need to find what works for you. One of the things that I like to tell people is that you should ask advice from everybody, but act with your own mind. Because if you just follow everything that people tell you to the T, it's not really going to work because it doesn't resonate with you. Like for me, I'm starting to eat healthier, starting to eat more greens and make my own lunches rather than go to like restaurants and fast food places. So I've been cutting out a lot of greasy foods and oily things, and been making my own like sandwiches and whatnot, healthier ingredients. I've actually had to change up my diet quite a bit lately. So short story. When I was a young kid, I used to be very lactose intolerant. Then over the years, I was drinking like Lactese or lactose-free milk. And I started having reactions to the lactose-free milk, so I ended up switching to regular milk, and I was completely fine for numerous years until I think about a few months ago, it hit me where the lactose intolerance or problems with milk products kind of came back. Not kind of, it did come back. So I have to be careful. I have a tiny tolerance to milk products, so I can have like milk in tea, regular milk, and I'm fine. It doesn't really affect me too much. Certain cheeses are fine, I find. I have to be very careful when it comes to, I can't have cream. I really can't. Nor can I really have cream cheese. Those ones kind of, I'm in pain. They quite literally give me pain. So I definitely have to be careful with those. I do need to go to my doctor again to see if I'm allergic to something. Because if so, that's going to make my diet very hard. I'm not actively trying to lose weight. I am trying to get a little bit more tone because I got a little bit flubber. I'm not big by any means, but I'm also not small. I'm about in the middle when it comes to like my size. Because I can generally fit between a small and a medium, honestly. Sometimes I have to go large when it comes to certain articles of clothing. But for the most part, I'm usually a medium. And I've also been starting to work out because workouts are actually healthy. They make you feel They make you feel better about yourself, honestly. What time is it actually? It is 6. After this recording, I'm actually gonna order some food, mostly drinks. I've cut out pop almost entirely. I maybe have like one carbonated drink every so often, because sometimes you like the bubbles, right? But most times it's just like juices or teas. I don't really drink many things. I like to go as natural as I can when it comes to those things. So that's part of my routine. A routine doesn't have to be like do this then, do this then, do this then. Sometimes routine breaks down to like your dietary routines, right? So I've gotten into a habit. When I'm recording, I usually record. I'm doing this like the day before this uploads because I completely slipped my mind, and I do apologize. So this is going to be a little more rushed, to say the least. But anyway, I've gotten in the habit of when I'm recording, I record 2 to 4 episodes at a time, because I only do like half-hour episodes mostly. Sometimes I do longer. It all depends. But anyway, I've done that because it eases my burden, so that I have a bunch I can choose from to edit at a time. So as I'm recording, I can think of what to do with the editing process, and it gives me, like I said, it eases my burden, because I'll come home, edit, send the video off, and then it gets published the next afternoon. So then I have an editing process doesn't usually take too long for me. It takes an hour to 2 hours at most, depending on the video. I think I've done one I've done one. It usually takes more than a half hour because it's half-hour episodes, and I'm going in and piecing things. So the lowest time I think it's actually ever taken me is probably 45 minutes, because I've set up a routine. The way I've scheduled things in my life to form that routine has made it easier on me. It makes it a lot more enjoyable for me to edit and record. Because I know myself, and I know I'm going to burn out quickly if I'm just record every day, or record every second day. So if I get a bunch of recording in one day, it allows me a lot of downtime, so that I can just relax, get an upload in. I keep looking over to make sure my mic is recording. I do have a new computer on its way. Thank God. I'm not gonna ditch this computer, because this computer, me and this computer have been through a lot. So what I might do is have this one, so that when I'm watching YouTube at night, or watching movies or shows, I use that computer. And I use the new computer more for like gaming, editing, that sort of thing. So it kind of gives them both rests. Because the one thing I did, and I hate myself for doing this because I didn't realize I was doing it fully, I'd always leave my computer on. So it would be on for like weeks on end, which is what was its downfall. I made a mistake. I completely made a mistake with my computer. I'm not going to do it to the new one. I'm going to treat the new one with a lot more kindness, because I can't afford to get another computer too soon. I don't get paid to do YouTube, right? So I can't really afford to do a lot of things on YouTube at this moment in time. I do have a full-time job, which I love. I do love it, because I'm in the business of helping people and helping people save money. I'm not going to go into detail like who I work for or what I exactly do, because I don't want people like hounding me, especially the people who don't like me. Not a lot of people don't like me. I don't really set myself up to be somebody that people don't like. So there is one thing I do want to bring into this equation, is when setting a schedule and routine, or even trying to get better, there's always the possibility, and there's always going to be points where you do fail. And sometimes people, as soon as they fail once, game over, they just throw in the towel. What I'm going to urge you guys to do is don't give up that easily. I know it's hard, I know it's tough, but perseverance will win. Because nothing in this world ever went off without a hitch. There's always something that came up, and then we as a race, human beings, we overcame such challenges to get to where we are today. Yeah, today's day and age, not everything's rainbows and butterflies. That's normal. That's normal. But yeah, don't give up, because the greatest things are yet to come in your life. To fail is a part of life. Because without failure, we wouldn't really know what true success really is. Some of you will argue that, but if you are constantly succeeding, it's going to feel good for a little bit, and then it's just going to become second nature, something that's natural to you. But if you were to fail, succeed, as soon as you succeed, you're filled with bliss, because it's such an amazing feeling once you actually win and succeed, and once you overcome those obstacles, right? So honestly, just keep going. I've already failed a few times coming back to YouTube, and I could have thrown in the towel. Like today, I forgot to record this week for the podcast. I really did. Today I am recording, and tomorrow it's going to be uploaded. So I'm going to be recording, editing, sending off, so that it gets uploaded tomorrow. There's an example, and God, I forgot what video it was. The Sly Cooper episode that went up. That went up the day of. Like, I forgot to hit send and everything. I failed. But I didn't let it get me down. I didn't say, oh, screw it, I'll just put it as the next episode. I said, no. It's going out today. I don't care as long as it goes out today, or the day it's supposed to go out. So I had to fix a couple of edits in it, because I did realize I screwed up because I did it rushed. I still screwed up another thing on it, but it's not something big. So I said, it's fine. Nobody's perfect. So I sent off the video. I'm still happy with it. And I'm still happy that I stuck to my guns and I actually edited and uploaded on the right day. And I'm proud of myself. That's another thing. Like, you need to be able to say, you know what? I did this. I'm proud of myself. It's taken me a long time just to be able to say things like that. I have a mirror in my room, which you guys will see like on the recordings, because my computer's like right here. So I'm usually facing that way. But anyway, like, there's a mirror over there, and I use the mirror. I look myself in the mirror. I tell myself, like, you know what? You're doing good. Because we all need a pep talk. Our biggest critics are ourselves. I've mentioned this in the past. Our biggest critics are ourselves. We are so hard on ourselves. But it's a wonder why a lot of us are just like so mean to ourselves. Everyone's different, so I don't know what causes us to be like that. Like, a lot of us are just trying to help others don't help others, obviously. But we never take time for ourselves and help ourselves. I've gotten into that, which is why I'm starting the routine and making sure I'm taking care of myself. I've started taking care of my hair again. Love it. So I've been taking care of my hair. I've been taking care of myself physically and mentally. I've still been having like a lot of panic and anxiety attacks because I've started to let my room go here and there, but I've had a lot of panic and anxiety attacks, and they're caused by my room, and my room reflects my mental state. My mental state isn't that good, but it's not terrible. It's actually not a little bit. It's organized. there's not like clothes all over the place, trash everywhere. It's clean. It's just my desk has a lot of stuff on it, and there's a pile of like boxes and like not Sobeys bags, reusable bags over there that need to go into the closet so they're not up front and center. But that's gonna take time to do. It's not gonna be 100% right away. Like, it takes time to get yourself back into a groove, and I'm okay with it taking time because I know I'm getting better. And like I said, I'm proud of myself, especially after everything. I could have thrown in a towel and just said, screw it, I'm not doing YouTube anymore. I'm done with the podcast, done with recording. But I chose to keep going because I love it. You can love something and still give up on it, yes. But I choose not to. There's just something about it I can't really shake. But yeah, I know this has been like a short, tiny episode. It's hard to make episodes really, really long. I want to do hour episodes, but they're tough, especially when it's just me in a camera and there's no like gameplay to commentate on. I have been getting better at commentating, I feel, because I've been kind of letting loose, letting myself free while recording, which is nice. Hell, I really enjoy doing this. I love the podcast. I really do. I just wish I had a co-host to help me do this. Because then it's two, which makes an actual conversation, right? So having an actual conversation with two people going back and forth, so it gives me time to just think and gather my thoughts while they're talking, and then like chime in here and there with my own opinion on what they're saying, and vice versa. It helps a conversation go to the point where I'm probably going to be like, okay, we actually have to cut the episode now. We'll save this for the next one. It would be nice to be able to do that. I know my volume's going to go kind of syncing back and forth because the mic's right here and it's kind of turned in a certain way. But I really need to get one of those other mics. This mic's brilliant. It's just, I've had it for a while and it's kind of gotten beaten up over the years, especially with all the moving. But it's still good. It's still good. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. This has been the Unlocked Door podcast with Marcus Wolfgar. See you guys next time.